So our next question comes from Ben D. Ben says, "Hey guys, my name is Ben. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I had a quick question regarding long-term, aka retirement account investing compared to more mid-term, 10 to 20 years type investing. I grew up listening to Dave Ramsey, so I understand long-term investing and the beauty of compound interest. I'm 24 years old and I just opened a Roth IRA, as well as I'm about to be eligible for a 3% match with my company. My understanding is that I can't access this money until I'm 59 and a half. What is the strategy with regards to investing and being able to access funds before that age? I understand that time is one of the most important aspects when it comes to building your wealth via compound interest, but I was wondering what a good route could be, giving me accessibility or use of my money before essentially 60 years old. Hopefully this question makes sense, and I'd love to hear a response from you guys. Thanks so much for all you do." Good question, Ben. Whenever we think about investing, especially at, let's call it, 24, 25 years old, you have 40 years ahead of you until you are 65. During that 40-year period of time, you can easily extrapolate how much money you will have invested, assuming you invest the same amount of money every month. And if you assume a 8.5%, 9% inflation adjusted annualized return, you can easily computate what your nest egg will become over that 40-year period of time. If that nest egg is massive and it's bigger than you think, then essentially there will be a day, maybe in 10, 15, 20, 25 years from now, you can stop contributing and your investments will still keep growing for you, and it will hit a what's it called here, like max velocity, and you will just continue to grow wealth over a long period of time because you have so much invested at such a young age. We want people to experience that. And when people are ready to experience that, we encourage them to look into the idea of opening what we call a bridge account. So what a bridge account is it's a normal taxable brokerage account that you can open up on Public, Robinhood, Schwab, Fidelity, anywhere, Vanguard you want, doesn't matter. We prefer Public. But you can open up this bridge account. You can deposit funds into it. You can invest money over however long you want. And what's cool about this is there's no fees or penalties for taking profits out of that account and using that money to retire early or bridge you from your maybe late 40s to early 50s into your early 60s when you can finally start tapping into this nest egg without the penalties and fees. Now, to answer your question technically, you can take money out of your Roth IRA without penalties and fees. We do not think anyone should do that. We want you to stay invested, right? Keep building wealth, but you technically can take out your principal without penalties and fees. But don't do that. Keep your money invested and grow it over a long period of time. But maybe, Robert, you can talk more about why we think the bridge account is so important and where it fits in someone's financial wealth building journey.
Yeah, I think the bridge account is probably one of the most important tools as part of our message on how people can build wealth and retire comfortably, because so many people don't understand. You can have a 401k and you can have equity in your house and still be broke leading up to retirement, because to get the equity out of the house, you got to sell the house. And to get any money out of the 401k, you have to endure penalties. So that is why we don't like to see people borrow from their future. So let's say you have a 401k and you have the Roth and you have equity in your home, but you don't have money growing that is available to you along the way. That is why we love the bridge account, because if you're building the bridge account concurrently with the Roth and potentially the 401k, you always have accessible money without penalty or any concerns. If you want to go buy the boat, if you want to remodel the house, if you want to build a man cave, whatever the dream is, it comes from that bridge account rather than robbing from your future in the retirement account, because the goal for us is that everyone have both. That way you're never going to be, we call it, you're a net worth millionaire, but you're broke because you can't access the money. That is why the bridge account is so beautiful, because you always have access, you have no penalties, you have full autonomy over that account, and as it grows, you can use it as you wish without dipping into retirement. That is it. Super important. I love that it is such a big part of our message here at Rich Habits, because I think it is critical to keep people on the right path pre-retirement and earlier on, so they have accessible money without the fears of taking it away from their retirement.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Right. I think there's a lot of people out there that were told, yep, just invest towards your 401k and you're going to be just fine. And they do that, which is great. We want people to be investing in their 401k, assuming it's invested correctly. But now they're in their early 50s. They've got $2.5 million in this 401k. Technically speaking, they could retire, but they can't tap into this money for another 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
And now they're forced working until they can tap into this money without paying, penalties and fees to the tune of 10, 15+%, which no one should be doing that. So really great breakdown there by Robert and great question by Ben.